Hey there, Mateus, again with one of my classy high-tech updates. Today I'm just going to talk a little bit about the YN-300 LED lights. This one's the Yongno? Yeah, we'll call it that. Anyway, I've had these actually for close to a year now, and I just never got around to doing a review. I barely used them, and I kind of regret that because they actually are pretty freaking sweet. So the short and the quick of it is you get a 300 LED, you do get barn doors on it. Those barn doors will close all the way so that you can actually protect your light, which is always nice. And then on top of that, they do come with gels. At first, I thought to myself, these gels would be totally silly. How can that work? But they're actually pretty color temperature accurate. And so I'm using one right now as a key light off my shoulder, and you'll notice that it definitely is blue. That's the natural light because everything else I have is tungsten. And so if I want to, I could match it with this gel. And so far so good, pretty robust, good construction build. Mine don't have a fan in them, or at least I can't hear a fan in them. And so they've been really good that way. I don't have to worry about any whirring noise. And on top of that, when I bought them, I think I bought 2 of these, plus the largest NP970 batteries I could find. And these give me about 2 to 3 hours of time. And so they've worked really well, adds quite a bit of weight to the overall light. Mine came with little foot mounts that actually have a tripod screw in them. And they also come with C-stand clamps so that they will actually just sit upright on something. So I guess the overall, feel free to ask any questions. That'll probably be a lot easier. But overall, I like the fact that you can protect the front. The brightness is incredibly strong. The light that I have over on this side is about, I'd say 9 feet away from me and still giving off a good kick. I'm only at ISO 320. And then over here, I have a 1,000 watt tungsten, you know, those workshop lights over here. So just for reference, it's got quite a bit of kick to it. So they've been really good. I bought 2 so that I could do my main lights. And then after that, I have a smaller 160 LED that I do a key light with. And that one has gels as well and then runs on the same batteries. So it's been good. The only things that I would add to that is it comes with a remote. Remote's a little finicky, definitely not high caliber stuff for the price I paid, but is that overheating seems to happen after about 2-3 hours. And so if I'm using them on and off again, they tend to be pretty good. I haven't had an issue too often with them. The other weird thing that happens is once in a while, when I connect the battery, what'll happen is it'll look all good. I'll have full LEDs on. I'm not too sure if you can actually see them from there, but they're at the bottom. And then what happens is they'll start flashing and then the system will shut down. And for some reason, they don't like some of my batteries, so I have to swap them around sometimes, but I have 5 of them, so I'm not terribly concerned. Bit of a weird quirk. And then once I put in a good battery, I can go back to the battery that caused the flashing and it's fine. So it's a bit of a weird short circuit, I guess. The other thing that I've noticed, I haven't tried again just because I haven't had time to bother messing around with it, but is when I tested these out at like 50%, I did get flicker. And I didn't really make a concerted effort to try and, I shoot either at 50 or 100, 100th of a second, and I always shoot at 24p, so maybe that had something to do with it, but unless it was at full juice, I got flicker. And so that's a bit of an issue. I mean, I guess we could just try that right now, right? So, yeah, hella flicker, right? So, bit of an issue with that flicker component. But then you'll notice I'll turn it up to full power and we're solid. So I don't know what the story is or why it does that. Usually I need the full power anyway, so I'm not terribly fussed. I think I wound up getting just the lights, I'm gonna guess 80 bucks. I mean, I got them so long ago. All I know is I bought 4 of these humongous batteries, these 2 lights, and I think all in cost me 250 bucks. So not bad for a small lighting kit. And if I want to, I could mount this to the top of my DSLR as well. Anyway, if you have any questions, send them down below, but I think that's everything for the Yongyo YN-300 lights. The biggest caveat being, if you're at half power, you get flicker. That's all.